What's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today again is another Injustice 2 video. And of course, you did read the title of this video correctly. Yes, we are still talking about DLC inside of Injustice 2 just days after, of course, TMNT, the Ninja Turtles, and Enchantress were confirmed to be the final two characters inside of the Fighter Pack 3 DLC alongside the Atom. Yes, Dynasty is still talking about DLC. Now, why am I talking about DLC? Because just a few days ago, Ed Boon actually did an interview with a company called Player.one, and inside this interview, Ed Boon actually broke down like the entire selection process of picking who's going to be a DLC character. He talks about why Ryan Choi is in the game and not Ray Palmer for the Atom. Talks about just like the whole DLC process in general, and he also answers slightly if we're going to see some more DLC after the Fighter Pack 3 DLC. So it's actually a pretty kick-ass interview that no one's actually talked about whatsoever. So I figured, hey, I'll break down some of these excerpts because it's worth watching, worth reading, and worth finding out. So of course, guys, I'm going to break that down in just a second. Before that, though, take 1 second, please drop a like on the video. I'm so sorry if my voice sounds horrible. I think I'm catching a cold because it's just really difficult to talk. But hopefully, you guys can stick with me and drop a like, and that'd be amazing because I love you guys. Anyways, let's get to the reason why here Dynasty showed me the card effects. Okay, so first things first, here's like the first main excerpt in this interview. It says this. Bam! What's the process of deciding and creating DLC characters? Of course, Boon said, when the game becomes available, we typically have been done with the game for weeks. There's the process of manufacturing the disc and distribution and stuff like that, but when the game releases, we jump right into DLC characters, so of course, I think we all pretty much assume that much, and most of the time, we know several of them, but we don't know the entire list from beginning to end, so there you have it. They don't have the list from the, the get-go. They don't go in there saying, okay, these are going to be like our 9 DLC characters. It says there's a lot that has to be worked out before we get confirmation the character is going to be in the game, especially when there's a guest character, when someone owns the rights to that character, like Hellboy. Before the Hellboy people give us the okay, we can't start working on him. So of course, it's common sense here. So if you guys are ever curious on how they decide DLC characters, it's not something that they go in there like, okay, so from the get-go, these are them. It's something that's open to be changed and swapped depending on if these companies are willing to let them use their character rights. From there, he was also asked this. Bam! Speaking of Hellboy, when you have guest characters, is there a list of characters you want to use? What is the process like? And of course, Boon's response was, we always do have a list. There's a list of, let's just throw out names. This could work, that could work. And we have like 20 characters or something like that. And then we listen to what players are asking for. Red Hood was an absolute response from our team. Of course, I think we all pretty much assumed Red Hood would be DLC. He says there, Red Hood was easily the most requested fighter on the DC side from players, so we knew we would accommodate that. And some of them, there are circumstances that prevent us from doing it, whether the business aspect of it, or our team excitement for it, or we're feeling it's not a good match for the Injustice universe. There's a number of those factors that come into play with each character. So for guest characters, they got to look at it from a business standpoint. They got to make sure the team actually wants to create that character. And of course, they got to make sure it somehow, some way, still can tie in some regard into the Injustice universe. I guess that's why you can't see like SpongeBob SquarePants or I don't know, Arthur inside Injustice, because it just there's no tie-in to that. Of course, he was also then followed and asked this. Bam! Your Twitter game is very strong and you've used that platform to interact with fans on numerous things. Do you get enjoyment out of teasing and interacting with them? And of course he said there, yes. The range of player reactions to that is all over the place, so I definitely like to have fun with it, but there's definitely a tongue-in-cheek aspect to it. But it's also fun to drop clues, start dialogue, and engage with people and speculate with people. It's always fun to speculate who the next character will be. But there's a number of players that take it totally serious and are not messing around. Uh-oh. For those players who are insistent and get petitions and get crazy admiration for characters, we need a balance of a fun thing to it. I can never make it a serious conversation, so I'll always try to keep it light. So of course, Boon's just saying that some people take his tweets way too serious. Maybe me with all the videos I make on Boon's tweets, but then again, he did confirm that some of his tweets really do have some clues and they're dropping, important details to what's to come. So with Boon, he just confirmed they're like, yeah, you really don't know what to expect, but just don't take it too serious all the time. Of course, you guys, Adam is going to be a character into the Fighter Pack 3 DLC, and a lot of you guys want to see Ray Palmer. However, Ryan Choi is actually the Adam we're going to see inside of Injustice 2. So Boon talks a bit about the Adam right here. It says this, bam! Adam was already revealed for the Fighter Pack 3, and the little we saw, he's unlike anything we've seen before, from Boon says, and honestly, that was a big motivation to have him in there. The whole idea of having a character that can shrink and do attacks and stuff like that, we really felt we needed to introduce new abilities, fresh ideas to mix things up. To keep things really interesting in terms of character matchups, Adam really filled that role nicely. From there, he was asked, what was the decision to make him Ryan Choi instead of Ray Palmer? From there, Boon said, just the more modern, contemporary version of him. We love having diversity in our characters, so we feel that makes it more interesting. I don't think that prevents us from doing a skin in the future of Ray Palmer, but we really felt the diversity part was important. And honestly, a massive shout out to NetherRealm Studios and Ed Boon. Big high five to them. Kapow. Boom. That's pretty awesome, of course. Ryan Choi is an Asian American. If I'm not mistaken, he's like the first Asian inside of Injustice 2's roster. And NRS, man, good job, man. Making sure that everyone is happy and pleased. Going back to Mortal Kombat X as well. They got a lot of flack for making Kung Jin the first openly gay Mortal Kombat character. But honestly, it's 2017, guys. Go with the program. And it's so cool to see that NRS is a company that's open to, like, not just, you know, they're open to diversity. That's just super cool. So, yeah, race and video games, it's weird to talk about for me, but I'm glad that I'm on this side of things and, well, not the other side. Anyways, though, yeah, Ray Palmer skin, it might be happening. From there, though, of course, Boon was asked the question you guys want to know, is there going to be a Fighter Pack 4? So he was asked this, bam! Any plans for DLC after Fighter Pack 3? And of course, his response was, we have nothing to announce at the moment since we announced the game, or pretty early after the game announcement. We said that we would have at least 9 fighters that will follow. We're sticking with that at the moment, especially since some of them haven't been announced yet. Of course, it was like a day before the Fighter Pack 3 characters got revealed. We're really pacing our announcement, so they're leaving the door open. He said at least 9 characters. Of course, you guys know, just like 2 months ago, Boon is also caught saying that he wants to have DLC characters all the way into 2018, not just the first 2 months. He said like all the way into 2018, so it appears a Fighter Pack 4 is very possible and hopefully in the works after a Fighter Pack 3 DLC, if I'm not mistaken. This is like the most recent time Boon has discussed more DLC characters, so yeah, that's kind of important. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. Of course, if you guys want to read the entire interview, a link down below. I thought it was very interesting, you know, seeing Boon discuss the whole DLC character process. Nothing too crazy. He didn't reveal anything that was like groundbreaking, but I mean, it's the most recent interview Boon's given since like the reveal of the Fighter Pack 3 characters. Like I mentioned, this was actually like a day or two before the final characters got revealed. I mean, there's this right here as well. Boom, he was asked, you feel anyone in Fighter Pack 3 will change the meta? And of course, he said, yes, I do. Adam will certainly do that. There's crazy stuff people will be able to do with his shrinking and stuff like that. So Adam apparently is going to be shrinking all the time. So the game's meta is going to be entirely changed. Not to mention Ninja Turtles 4 at once. That's crazy, but hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I thought it was a pretty solid interview, and honestly, I really cannot wait to, but you know, hopefully see some more DLC characters of Fighter Pack 4. Cool to see Boon explain why Ryan Choi is the option. He also hinted at a brand new skin for Ray Palmer, so that's new. Not to mention the whole DLC character process. They don't even begin working on characters, of course, obviously, until they get confirmation. Of course, from there, they have a list of like 20 characters, and they kind of just narrow it down to, does it make sense? Is it possible? Do we have the rights? Do they fit in the universe? And etc. So there's like the entire process for DLC inside this game. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please drop a like on it. Of course, please subscribe for more Injustice 2 content. Until next time, I've been your host, been Dynasty. Take care, stay safe, rest in peace, little peep. I love you. You're my dad. And of course, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
On your combos and your setups, you one of the greatest. You deserve more exposure, man, you underrated. To all the Dynasty haters, promise you'll love him later. Y'all gon' react like he did when he seen the trailer. But hold up, let me hit y'all with a twist. Wait, I'm Sub-Zero, the rap game is the Lin Kuei. You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, Injustice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer.